in today's meeting, we have a guest, Leon De Silva. Guest Leon De Silva, are you there with us?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
We would like to hear a few words from you. How did you hear about us? And
Hi, my name is Leon De Silva. I heard from you from our WhatsApp group. So I just joined the link.
thank you, guest Leon De Silva. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you will enjoy the meeting today. Thank you so much once again. Before I call the Toastmaster of the day, I request our VP Education Toastmaster Shiraz. Do we have any changes in our today's agenda?
President, there is no change in our agenda. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Toastmaster Shiraz. So we'll go ahead with the agenda as it is. Now, please help me welcome the host, the Toastmaster of the day. He is fantastic, handsome person I ever met in my life. I always admire at his behavior and character. In single word, I love him. Yes, he is none other than me, Toastmaster Sairam. Thank you. Thank you. So how are you all once again? Can anybody tell me?
Introduction?
Okay. Can anybody tell me which is the word or sentence we hear most of the times in our life?
Can you hear me?
Our name, right? Sorry? Yes, DTM Ellen Paul.
I love you.
Oh, Suhan, you are hearing I love you a lot of times. Great.
What's next?
You are a girl. No. Yes. Apart from our name, we used to hear what's next. If I'm not wrong, let me give you an example. The moment we enter 7th or 8th standard in our schools, either our parents or relatives or our neighbors start saying, yes, Sairam, what's next? Science or commerce? Huh? Another one. The moment we finish high school, again, what's next? In India or any other country for higher studies? Man, please let me relax. Let me breathe something. Let me give an example. One of my personal experience, which I experienced recently. Recently means around 3 to 4 years ago. When I joined the Toastmasters, and in the first meeting itself, one of the lovely persons of our club, he approached me and said, Sairam, what's next? Nothing. I'm waiting for the break so that I can have 2 more samosas or fata prepared by TTM Marish. Come on, Sairam. I'm asking you, you are the VPPR of this year. And what's next? Can you guess who was that person? DTM Ellen Paul. Yes, we used to experience this kind of persons also. Anyhow, we have a lot of time to discuss about everything. First of all, let me introduce the key role players of today's meeting. Without getting support from these role players, it wouldn't be possible, it cannot be possible to control and end the meeting in a proper way. So with that, please allow me we have our first role player of today's meeting, timer. Time is very one of the most crucial factors in our daily life, even in our Toastmasters meeting also. Without this timer role, we cannot control and end up the meeting in a proper time. So please help me welcome the member who took the timer role of today's meeting. When I asked him, what inspires you? What is your passionate? He said, always setting up of goals on my shoulders. His new goals will always inspires and passionates him to grow more, to enhance himself. He is none other than Toastmaster Kareem. Toastmaster Kareem, could you please explain your role?
Thank you. My role today is to be the timer. So I will control the time of the speeches. I will alert each speaker about the speech time. So when the speaker in table topic or in a formal speech reach the minimum speech time, I will raise the green screen. And in the middle of the speech, or the middle time of the speech, I will show the yellow one. And the maximum limit, I will show the red screen. Then he have 30 seconds to end up or through to end the speech to be qualified speaker. And this in every speech in table topic or informal speech. That's it, and I will be always with you. Thank you.
Thank you, timer, Toastmaster Kareem. Our next role player, our counter, the member who is taking up this role for today's meeting. He is a frontline worker. He is fighting for our society against COVID-19 during this pandemic situation. He is none other than Toastmaster General James. Before I call him on the stage, I request all of you, please appreciate all of for his efforts he is giving in this society, to this society during this pandemic situation. Thank you, Toastmaster James. The screen is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Toastmaster Sairam, for your wonderful introduction. Thank you so much for everybody. And today I will be playing the role of a counter. We have a habitual disorder, like we will make a lot of filler words like well, but, something like that, and some stammering. Everybody be careful. I will keenly observe your all speeches and talks, and I will count your filler words and stammering. Okay, back to you, Sairam.
Thank you, Toastmaster James, for the introduction. Introducing your role. Now, please help me welcome the next role player of today's meeting, grammarian. The member who is taking up this role for today's meeting is Toastmaster Huma Parveen. When I asked her about what passionates her, she said, learning, improving. Over to you, Toastmaster Huma.
Thank you and good evening to everybody. So today my role as a grammarian is to pay close attention to all the speakers, evaluators, as well as role players, carefully listening to the language use I will take note of the misuse of English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, etc. And I will present my report towards the end of the meeting. It's also my duty to introduce the word of the day. And the word of the day is splendor, which means magnificent and a splendid appearance, grandeur, magnificent features or qualities. The use of the word in the sentence would be as follows. Examples are, when I visit New York City, I'm always captivated by the splendor of the night sky. Another sentence usage would be, guests can also enjoy the splendor of the pioneers. So I encourage everyone to use these words today, and I'll be presenting my report toward the end of the meeting. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Grammarian Toastmaster Huma Parveen. So now, please help me welcome the next role player. Actually, this is one of the most crucial roles of our today's meeting, which is the General Evaluator. The member who is taking up this role for today's meeting is actually a business manager. And when I asked him what passionates you to improve yourself, to grow more, he said, as Toastmaster Karim said, setting up of goals, taking the feedback from friends and others, and accordingly to improve himself. So please help me welcome the General Evaluator of today's meeting, Toastmaster Suhan Abdul Munaf. Toastmaster Suhan, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Sairam. Actually, I'm in a crucial position, so I'll not open my camera. Okay, so as a general evaluator, I'll be observing the meeting from the beginning to the end, and I'll be presenting my report when I'm called upon. And I'll not be only doing this by myself, even I also have a role of tag team as well as a speech, my team of speech evaluators as well. Yeah, so looking for the best. Back to you, Toastmaster Sairam.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Suhan. So, before we moving further, for the benefit of the new members and guests, for today's meeting, we will be having 3 sessions. The first session is the elections to select the new ExCom officers of our club for the next term, 2021 and 2022, and followed by the prepared speech section, where a tremendous and vibrant speakers of our club will deliver their speeches. And the last one and the third one is general evaluation segment, where our evaluators, General Evaluator will give the feedback of today's meeting. So now we will begin the meeting. Our Toastmasters calendars usually starts from 1st July and ends on 31st June of the next year, which is 12 months calendar. And we conduct the elections just before the end of the term to select the new ExCom officers. And you may ask me, Sairam, why ExCom officers are required? Let me tell you why. As I have mentioned earlier, we need a group of people, some role players, to conduct the meeting in a proper way. Similarly, we need a group of people who can run the club by showing a vision, generate enthusiasm, and maintains harmony among the members. For that, we need a group of people who will always try to create a lot of opportunities to fulfill the members' purpose to join the Toastmasters. And thus, advancement of our club goals precisely to the next level of achievements. And technically in Toastmasters, we call them as XCOM officers. And what are the XCOM officers we have? Sergeant at Arms, Secretary, Treasurer, Vice President, Public Relations, Vice President, Membership, Vice President, Education, and President of the club. So with that, let me introduce the the election chair of today's elections committee. He is the area director of Area 30 and immediate past club president of Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Amrit. Toastmaster Amrit, the screen is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, President Sairam, for that lovely introduction. Fellow pioneers, the day has come. Today, we will be deciding the leaders of Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club who will lead the club the upcoming term. When you invest upon a good leader, they design, they devise, they create a strategy for the club to attain greater heights, not just for the club, but also for the fellow members. So deciding the right leader is crucial. So today we will be electing those torchbearers who will be leading our club to success next year. So before we begin, I would like to just brief upon how we will be conducting today's election. Are you all ready? Great. So the process goes like this. The XCOM might have already received a few nominations, but each and every one of you, the members of Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club who are paid and are in good standing, have the right to stand from the floor. You can nominate yourself and be a part of this election for any role. So we will accept the nominations, number one. Then there will be a speech from each of those nominees. A 2-minute speech, maximum 2 minutes. You can keep it minimum also. After that speech, we'll have a motion. After each officer role, we will have a motion to close the nominations. And we will request you all to cast your valuable votes. So in order to conduct this flawlessly, I need 2 role players. Number one is our timer, who will keep a watch on the time. And I need the help of our tech moderator to create a poll when and where it is required. So are you all clear how we are going? Can I see some reaction from you all? Are we good to go? Great. So we will go as per the protocol. The protocol means the first club role as per the protocol comes the president of the club. Okay. Let me ask the current president of the club, Toastmaster Sairam, do we have any nominations for the role, the office of the president?
Election Chief Toastmaster Amrit, we have the nomination from Toastmaster Suraya.
Great. That's great. Do we have any other nominations received?
So far, we haven't received any other nominations.
Anyone from the floor would like to nominate themselves or anyone else as the president of Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club? If anyone would like to nominate themselves or anyone else, this is your time. I can see no response from the audience. So we will go ahead with the 2-minute speech from our candidate. The nominated candidate for the president role is Toastmaster Suraya. Toastmaster Suraya, are you ready? Great. The screen is yours. Timer, please note the maximum time is 2 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Suraya.
Thank you so much, immediate past president and current area director, Toastmaster, and hopefully soon to be DTM, Amrit Pukadan. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear friends, what can I say about Desert Pioneers that doesn't make me want to go for this position other than I want to see us break boundaries. Everyone knows that Desert Pioneers is very good at being loud. We are loud, we are audacious, we want to break many things, just like how we've done the roast, which was, of course, now soon to be DTM Alina Paul's project. And it is my vision as hopefully president to not just help one person, but also help multiple members of the club grow exponentially. And for this club to truly break even more boundaries for this year of 2021 to 2020. As pioneers, I see lots of potential in every one of you. And as president, I hope to, first of all, make sure my team is able to show their potential and support them in every way possible in order to achieve this vision of truly being a pioneer, to live up to that name, to call back to our very great history and to, I don't know, make it seem like this club.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraya. Your time is up.
Oh.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, okay, thank you. No problem.
All right.
You should green.
Do we have, since we don't have any nominations from the floor, we won't be having a voting for this role. Instead, there will be one person voting, and that is Toastmaster June, the secretary of the club. Before we head to that process, I would like one of the member of the club to raise a motion to close the nominations from the floor. Can a member raise a motion? Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amrit. I am Sairam. I am Toastmaster Sairam, the member of Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club at good standards. I second the motion.
Yes. No, you have to raise a motion to close all nominations from the floor.
We can close the nominations.
You should say, I would like to raise a motion to close all the nominations from the floor.
I would like to raise the motion to close all the nominations for the role of president for of the club Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club.
This is Toastmaster Jafar. I second the motion. I save you time.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arich. Now, all those who are in favor of the motion, please raise your hand or say, please raise your hand. Great. All those who are against the motion, please say nay. I can't hear any nay. That means the motion is passed. We have no other nominations for this office of president. Now it's the time for the club secretary to cast her valuable vote for the only nomination which we received, Toastmaster Suraya, for the role of president. Toastmaster June, do you approve?
I approve.
That's great. We have our next president.
Woohoo! Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Suraya.
Suraya.
Thank
Going
you.
forward,
Years we
we
didn't
will
have a
do the same
president
process
lady.
for the rest of the roles as well, starting with VP Education. So going back again, have we received any nomination for the role or the office of VP Education?
Election Committee Chair Toastmaster Amrit. So far, we have received only one nomination for the Vice President Education, which is from Toastmaster Suhan Abdul Munaf.
Yes. Do we have any other nominations from the floor for the role VP Education? I can still see some raised hands. Are they nominating themselves? Toastmaster Shazir, are you nominating yourself as the VP Education? Okay, great. So, can any of the members raise a motion to close the nominations from the floor?
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Hanan Halouch, current VB membership of Desert Pioneers, a member at Desert Pioneers Toastmaster Club and at good standing. I would like to raise the motion to close any nominations from the floor
For VP Education.
for the VB education role for the next term.
Great. We have a motion on the floor. Can we have someone to second the motion?
I, Mohammed Shiraz, member in good standing in Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club. I second the motion.
Great. Now it's time for you to make some noise. All those who are in favor of the motion, please say yay.
Yay.
Yay!
That's it.
Yay!
Switch on your microphone and say a good yay. All those who are against the motion, please say nay.
Yay.
But so with the majority, we are adopting the motion. So it's time for us to hear from the first nominee and the only nominee
First
for
vote.
the office
First vote.
of
Yeah.
Education,
Sorry.
Toastmaster Suhan. Toastmaster Suhan, you have 2 minutes.
Okay. Where do I begin from? Okay. I don't know where do I begin from. You see, it all started from you to me because you all have pushed me so much to say that, Suhan, now it's time for you to take up some challenge, come out of your comfort zone and take up that leadership role that not only inspires you, but also it can inspire others as well. So I'm looking for that opportunity through this role. And I believe that if someone can make that difference in my life, I can make that difference to others. And what I have achieved, I want others to achieve all together along with me and say, yes, what I have done is that I'm so proud of it. So that's why I believe that I can do it. And not only me, you can do it along with me. So I'm only looking for your valuable support throughout my journey. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhan. Now it's time to hear from our club secretary, and we'll take a verbal vote from her. Toastmaster June, do you approve?
I approve.
That's great. Fellow pioneers, we have our next term's VP Education on board. Give it up to Toastmaster Suhan.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Suhan.
Congratulations, Suhan.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Suhan.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
bro.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Suhan.
Congratulations, Suhan.
We will give you a very hard time, don't worry.
I'm ready. Bring it
Let's
on.
go ahead with the next office, dear members. So as per the protocol, the next role for the XCOM is VP membership. Dear President, do we have any nominations received for the role of VP membership?
Election Committee Chair, Toastmaster Amrit. So far, we have received only one nomination for the Vice President membership, which is from Toastmaster Huma Parveen.
Thank you, President Sairam. Now the floor is open for any nominations. Is there any nominations from the floor? I can see no one nominating anyone. So let us have a motion raised to close the nomination from the floor. Any of the members, please.
Hi, this is Toastmaster Reddy Jaffer, and I raise a motion to close any nomination from the floor
For
I second.
the role.
I
for the
second.
role of the VP membership.
That's great.
And I second that.
You have to state your name and
I
event you say.
am Toastmaster Asid, and I second the emotion.
That's great. Now let me hear it out from you all. Switch on your microphone, unmute yourself, and all those who are in favor of that motion say yes.
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 Yes, yes, yes.
Anyone who is against the motion can say no.
No.
Go for it.
The majority, we are adopting that motion to close all the nominations from the floor. Now it's time for us to hear it from our only nomination for the office of Vice President membership, Toastmaster Huma. Toastmaster Huma Parveen, the screen is yours.
Thank you, TM Amrit. What can I say? I have been in the Toastmasters for the past 8 months, and it's a very good learning curve for me. And with this role of VP membership, I will try my best to bring more members to this wonderful club. And with your support from my mentor, Hanan, who always provided me excellent support for any small things or big things which are required, and from all the fellow members, with your support, I am sure that I can bring more members to this club. I always believe in the Kaizen way of learning, which is the Japanese term basically, which is continuous improvement. With improving in your public speaking skills, improving day to day, and the member gained from such type of membership. So the thing is, I will try my best to bring about more members to this club, to this wonderful club. That's all what I can say.
Thank you, Toastmaster Huma. Now it's time to hear it from our club secretary, Toastmaster June. Do you approve Toastmaster Huma as our Vice President membership?
I approve.
That's great, fellow pioneers. We have another Vice President membership for the next term, Toastmaster Huma Parveen.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Homa.
Congratulations, Homa.
Congratulations, Homa.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's move ahead with the next office. The office which is most probably known for in Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club. The role of VP PR, the Vice President Public Relations. Dear President, do we have any nominations for this role?
The election committee chair, Toastmaster Amrit. So far, we have received only one nomination for the Vice President Public Relation, which is from Toastmaster Sana Yusuf.
That's great. Now the floor is open for anyone to nominate themselves or anyone else. Do we have any nominations from the floor?
We have Sana.
Sana, we already have.
I know.
If we don't
want
have
her
any nominations, I would request one of our member to raise a motion to close all the nominations from the floor.
I, Toastmaster Suhan Abdul Munaf, the member in good standing for Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club, I raise a motion to close the nominations for VPPR.
That's great. Can I have someone second? Yes.
I, Toastmaster June Suarez, second the motion to close any nominations for the role of VPPR.
That's great. So it's time for you to show off your emojis. Can I have some reactions? A thumbs up reaction from all those who are with the motion, who support the motion. Now, those who are against the motion can show that cross signal. I see no cross emoji over there. With that, it's time to close the nominations from the floor. Now let us hear it from the only nomination for the role of Vice President, Public Relations. The screen is yours, Toastmaster Sana Yusuf. Over to you.
Wow, I'm really doing this, right? Oh my God. Okay. I'm standing for the position of VPPR, and before I get into anything, I would like to highlight some reasons why I think I would be perfect for this role. So please bear with me. I've had several experience working with design teams in high school and college events where I've had the opportunity to create plans and market the events in public. Then I've also had responsibilities to create brand images for several startup businesses and handle the Instagram page. Other than that, I believe that I have personal skills that I know will help promote this role and promote this club with your help, obviously. I'm motivated, I'm goal-oriented, persistent, and I'm a team player. And I not only want to promote our club, but I also want to uplift members to pick up new skills, because I know that's what happened to me. So many people helped me, and I want to give back to the other members. I know how important this role is. I would say that this is the backbone of our club, because this is how we reach out. And with the benchmark that DBTM has set with its PR role, I would be so honored to not only continue the vision, but also enhance so it can reach a wider audience. So thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sana. Now, since we are having only one nomination, I would request our club secretary, Toastmaster June. Do you really approve Toastmaster Sana as our VPPR?
I really do approve.
Fellow pioneers, we have our Vice President Public Relations for the next term. It's none other than Toastmaster Sana.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sana. Congratulations.
Congrats, Sana.
Congratulations, Sana.
That's great. Now, moving on, we are going to the next role. And as per the protocol, it is the treasurer of the club. Dear President, do we have any nomination for the role of treasurer for our club?
Election Committee Chair, Toastmaster Amrit. So far, we have received only one nomination for the role of Treasurer, which is from Toastmaster Vishal Edward Khan.
Thank you, President. Now, the floor is open for anyone to nominate themselves for the role of Treasurer. If we don't have anyone coming up from the floor, I would request one of our members to raise a motion. Can we have
Alina
Paul.
Elena. Yes,
I,
Elena.
Alina Paul, a member in good standing, would like to raise a motion to close the nominations for the position of the treasurer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Good.
Toastmaster DJ Marich, you can.
This is Toastmaster Ali Jaffer, and I second the motion.
Okay, we are closing. Before we close, can I see some thumbs up again for those who support the motion? Yeah. Those who are against the motion can show. Okay, we don't have anyone against the motion, so we are closing any nominations from the floor, and it's time for us to hear it from the only nomination, Toastmaster Vishal Edward Khan. Toastmaster Vishal, the screen is over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Amrit. Well, I say behind every good club is a great treasurer. I mean, that was somebody who wise and who said it, and you're looking at him. But I say, you got to count on somebody who can count. That's important. That's the biggest responsibility and the primary skill requires to be a treasurer. Well, under the leadership, and as I can see, you don't have a choice other than to accept me. Under the leadership of the new president, my primary responsibility will be to ensure our club is in good standings financially. And also I will be looking into the budgeting part where I will need your help and cooperation. So that's it for me. Let's have a great year. Over to you, brother.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. Now let's hear it from our Madam Secretary, Toastmaster June. Will you be casting your vote for Toastmaster Vishal?
Yes, my vote is with Vishal. Toastmaster Vishal.
That's great. So, fellow pioneers, we have our treasurer for the next year, Toastmaster Vishal Edward Khan. Congrats to you.
Congratulations, Vishal.
Our money in the safe hands.
Yeah.
I'm the only choice now.
We trust you.
Thank
It will be multiplied.
Going forward is the next role. The next office to be filled is of the secretary of the club. I would request our president, do we have any nominations for the role of secretary?
Election Committee Chair, Toastmaster Amrit. So far, we have received only one nomination for the role of secretary, which is from Toastmaster Asil.
That's great. The floor is now open for anyone to nominate themselves as the secretary for Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club for the next term. I can see no one coming from the floor. So can we have one of the member raising a motion to close the nominations from the floor?
I, June Suarez, a member of Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club in good standing, close any nomination from the floor for the role of. I would like to raise a motion, yes, to close any nominations from the floor for the role of secretary.
Can we
I,
have a member?
I,
Yes.
Toastmaster Suhan Abdul Manaf, the member in good standing for Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club. I second the motion to close the vote for nomination for secretary.
Can we have all those who support the motion showing a thumbs up? Yeah, that's great. Anyone who is against the motion can show a thumbs down. No one. So with that majority, we adopt the motion. And it's time for us to hear from the only nomination for the role of club secretary, Toastmaster Asil. The screen is yours and you have 2 minutes.
First of all, it's a great honor to become your secretary, and thank you all for your supporting votes. I actually did secretary role in another club, and I really enjoyed it. I really want to make sure and stay on track here in this club to make sure that everything is going okay. If I notice something, I will catch it and inform the president. And I really wish I would do the best I can to help make this club even better and help the president as best as I can.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asil. Now, let's hear it from our current secretary, Toastmaster June. Will she approve Toastmaster Asil as the next secretary?
Yes, my vote is definitely with Toastmaster Asil.
That's great. With that vote, we appoint Toastmaster Asil as the secretary of Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Asil. You're going to do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Now, moving on to the next and final office to be fulfilled is the role of Sergeant-at-Arms of the club. Mr. President, do we have any nominations?
Election Committee Chair, Toastmaster Amrit. So far, we have received only one nomination for the role of Sergeant-at-Arms, which is from Toastmaster General James.
Thank you, Mr. President. Now, the floor is open. Any of you who are a member, who are at good standing, can nominate yourself or anyone else for the role of Sergeant-at-Arms. As I can see, no one is interested in that. I would request someone to raise a motion to close all the nominations from floor. One of the member, please raise a motion.
I, Shazir, the member of Toastmasters Desert Pioneers Club, raise the motion to close the role for...
close the nominations from the floor.
Close the nominations for Sergeant-at-Arms.
That's great. Can I have one more member seconding that motion?
I, Toastmaster. It's okay. I, Toastmaster Suraya Noor, in good standing, of Desert Pioneers Club in good standing, second the motion to close the nominations.
Thank you. This is your final motion, fellow pioneers. I would like to see all those who support the motion showing their both thumbs up. That's great. Anyone who are against the motion can show thumbs down. With a wide majority, we are adopting that motion and we are closing all the nominations for the role of Sergeant-at-Arms. Now let's hear it from our only nominee, Toastmaster General James. Toastmaster
Thank
General,
you,
you have 2
everyone.
minutes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmed, and thank you, the present president and the new president. Except a good team player, I have nothing to say about my quality. But I would like to be, and I am honored to be part of this new energetic and excellent team. Of course, it is my dream to become a good speaker. I will work hard to do my role, which is described for me. Thank you, everyone, for choosing me into this position. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jenu. I would request our club secretary to cast her verbal vote.
My vote is with Toastmaster Gino.
Thank you. With that, she steals all the opportunity to cast a vote for this year. We appoint Toastmaster Jenu James as the Surgeon-at-Arms for Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club for the term 2021-22. Congrats, Toastmaster Jenu.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jenu.
Congratulations to all.
All the best.
With that, I would request our tech moderator to please spotlight each officers when their name is called upon. First, we have the president, the elected president of next term, Toastmaster Suraya Noor Fatima. Next, we have the VP Education elect, Toastmaster Suhan Abdul Munaf. The VP Membership elect, Toastmaster Huma Parveen. The VP PR elect, Toastmaster Sana Yusuf. The Treasurer elect, Toastmaster Vishal. Toastmaster Vishal Edward Khan. The Secretary elect, Toastmaster Asil Said. And finally, the Surgeon-at-Arms elect, Toastmaster Jenu James. Can we please highlight Toastmaster Jenu?
We are allowed to spotlight for 6 members, but
No, Toastmaster Jenu, you have to switch on your video in order to highlight yourself. Yes.
Perfect now.
That's great. Dear pioneers, presenting you our XCOM elect for the next term. Congratulations to one and all. Have an awesome year ahead.
Congratulations to all of you. All the best.
Back to you, President Toastmaster Sairam.
Thank you, Election Committee Chair Toastmaster Amrit, for the wonderful event. And here we go.
Woohoo!
Once again, congratulations to Toastmaster Suraya, Toastmaster Suhan, Toastmaster Huma Parveen, Toastmaster Sana Yusuf, Toastmaster Vishal, Toastmaster Asil, and Toastmaster Jenu. Wish you all the best.
Congrats, everyone.
Now, I request the VP membership of our club and Wonder Woman of our club, Toastmaster Hanan. We have an announcement from our VP membership, Toastmaster Hanan. Toastmaster Hanan, the screen is yours. I think we have some technical glitch from her side. Okay, so we'll move forward. With that, we have finished the first segment of our today's meeting. Yes, as I said, we have an announcement from VP membership of our club, Toastmaster Hanan. So Toastmaster Hanan.
Shah Hussain, are you there in the room?
Yes, I am here.
Great. Mr. Toastmaster Shah Hussein, he was a speech crafter, participated in our speech craft program that was conducted before Ramadan. So please, Toastmaster Shah, can you introduce yourself to the Desert Pioneers family?
Well, good evening to all of you. I am Shah Hussain. Actually, last time I attended the session, and really that session impressed me and prevailed me to join you. From July onwards, I will be with you on board, and I will try to improve myself for my communication skills and technical knowledge and other things along with you. Of course, huge expectation from all of you to move forward, and all the best to new selected members. I promise that I will provide my sincere support whatever I can do. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Great. Thank you, Toastmaster Shah. Let me tell you, Desert Pioneers members, Toastmaster Shah is a very promising Toastmaster. When we had the Speechcraft program, he delivered all the projects, Icebreaker, speech number 1, project 1 and 2. So pay attention. We are having a star about to get born. So I'm sure all of us here will be supporting him. Back to you, our current president.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hanan. Thank you so much. Once again, welcome to Pioneers Family, Toastmaster Shah Hussain, and we wish you all the best for your future projects. We are always there to support you and to share the knowledge among us. Thank you so much and wish you all the best once again. Now we will move forward to the second segment of today's meeting, which is the prepared speech section. Before I call upon the first speaker of today's meeting, I request DTM Ellen Paul. DTM Ellen Paul, are you there with us?
Hi, Toastmaster of the Day, Sairam. Alina will be covering for me.
Okay, sure. Thank you. So I request the members to raise a motion. Toastmaster Alina will replace, will evaluate our first speaker, Toastmaster Asil Said. So I request the members to raise a motion to adopt the agenda, the changes.
I think we don't need to raise a motion here because we already adopted the agenda. This is something in between, so it's okay.
Okay, great. Thank you, DTM Arish, for clarifying the technical issue. Thank you so much. I request Toastmaster Alina. Toastmaster Alina, could you please explain the purpose of the speech of Toastmaster Asil Said? The screen is yours, Toastmaster Alina.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My target speaker, Toastmaster Asil, is attempting her Level 2, Project 2, Understanding Your Communication Style. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles or identify her primary style. The purpose of this speech is for Asil to share the impact of her style on others. Her speech timing is 5-7 minutes. All the very best, Toastmaster Asil, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alina. Please help me welcome the first speaker of today's meeting, Toastmaster Asil Said. Toastmaster Asil, the title of the speech, Reaching and Understanding. Title of the speech, Reaching and Understanding. Toastmaster Asil, the screen is yours. Wish you all the best.
My friends are coming over. Adil, Asil, get ready. Remove the stuff. We want the place to be tidy. That's what my brother-in-law told us the night. His friends were coming over for a hangout. One of them brought his wife and son over. My sister, my brother-in-law were chatting with each friend. I sat down with the kid I mentioned earlier. You're probably thinking it's weird that I sat with a child. Well, it's because I really love children. I love spending time with them. Plus, he's the only person I can communicate with. All the friends are taken. Anyway, we were chatting. He was playing a game, I think a game on his phone. We were chatting. I introduced him to my games. He introduced me to his. I watched him play. I cheered him while he wins. His mother was impressed that he had a conversation with me. For you see, whenever they come over for a visit, he would just sit there by himself and play. It was the first time in his life he had a conversation with me. You're thinking he had a conversation with me easily because I love children. Well, it's probably one of the reasons. The second reason, I used a type of communication that helped me communicate with children his age. We talked about games and how he plays it, stuff kids would communicate with each other. So you see how communication, this type of communication helped me communicate with a child. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, we need to watch out for our types of communication to get around, to reach an understanding, depending on the atmosphere and the place and with people. Quick intro. A communication is when you reach a mutual understanding between two or more people, verbal, nonverbal, or text messages. Imagine you're talking with someone who speaks Spanish, Chinese, Japanese. You cannot understand anything. Now, unless you understand their language, well, if you do understand a language, then it's a communication. But if you cannot understand what this person is saying, then no, that is not a communication. It's just talk, talk, talk. No understanding. There is no understanding at all. A communication is when there is an mutual understanding, depending on the language, depending on the type, depending if it's written or nonverbal. I took this test that determined my communication style. 4 types. Let me tell you all in order. Enumerating style, direct, analytical, and supportive. There are other types of styles in communication, but I was only be able to find 4 types. Maybe you guys can help me look for more next time. Let me tell you more about the style, and I want you all to give me a thumbs up if you agree with it 100%. In the test, it's determined I was more of an intimating person. They care about relationship, communicating. They speak so frequently, and they are fun-loving, spontaneous, energetic, enthusiastic, and sociable. Give me a thumbs up if you all see me this style. Thumbs up. Direct communication. They are ambitious, competitive. They want to reach the goal. They want to get things done. Imagine you're dealing with a competitive person who wants to get things done. Now, I am really ambitious here in Toastmaster, if you all notice, getting the speeches done, taking speaker loads, any role here in Toastmaster. Another thumbs up if you all see me as a direct communicator. Analytical. Some of you might have guessed analytical comes from logic, like database, something related to organization. So yeah, it is. It's true. Those type of communicators, they are perfectionists. People see them democratic. They like to get things organized. And you do.
I'm sorry, but I cannot see Asil. Is it just me?
Timer, Toastmaster Kareem, could you please pause the timer for her? Just for
Seems she
a
was
second.
disconnected.
Yeah, we'll restart, we'll resume the time once she's back.
I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just
Complete.
relax.
Fine. Still go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Okay. I've mentioned direct, right? Okay.
You were on
Analytical.
analytical.
Okay. Most of you have guessed when I mentioned analytical, it's more about logic, database, and anything that is related to calculation. That's true. They are more interested in logical, getting things organized. As you've seen here in this speech that I'm doing right now, and all the other speeches you've seen I've done, it's really organized and in a logical way, and I did so many researches. Still, I want to see a thumbs up if you think I'm also an analytical communicator. Finally, supportive. You guys guessed what supportive communicator is all about. Giving support. They actually more calm, patient, and you guys probably guessed more about the supportive. Now, I don't usually brag about how many people I help. I like to keep these things to myself. I don't want to brag about it. But all I could say that I try to support any member here in Toastmaster, inside and outside our club. Even outside Toastmaster, I like to help. Fine, give me a one last thumbs up if you guys see me as a supportive communicator. So to conclude, we all have different types of style. Let me give you all a quick advice. You need to watch out for your communication in a workplace or in any place, inside Toastmaster and outside Toastmaster. We all know that in workplace we need to be formal. So I want you all to watch out for your communication and the way you speak to people depending on the place, depending whether you're in inside or outside Toastmaster, any place. So I ask you all to watch out, and if you all like, take a look and see what type of style you have and work on it and watch out. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asil, for the wonderful speech. Timer, please note down. It's 1 minute time for the feedback. I request all the members to give the feedback to Toastmaster Asil, either in the chat box or personal message.
I really don't know what happened to Toastmaster Sairam. The internet was just fine.
It happens, buffers, perfectly fine. But you have communicated your speech very well, even though you have the technical glitches. Great.
Thank you.
One minute is done.
Thank you, timer, Toastmaster Kareem. Now, we are going to hear the second speech from our second speaker. He is a member of Mangaf Communicators Toastmasters Club. And more than that, he is one of the best, well-determined persons I ever met in my life. Yes. He is none other than Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy. I request I request Toastmaster Muhammad Shiraz. Toastmaster Muhammad Shiraz, could you please explain the purpose of the speech of Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sairam. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. The speaker is, my target speaker is Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy. And the purpose of this speech is, the project is the member to practice delivering social speeches in front of club members. I'll repeat it again. To practice delivering social speeches in front of club members. This is his project objective. The speech title is Be the Change. The speech length is 3 to 4 minutes. Timer, please note, the timings are 3 to 4 minutes. 3 minutes, the green card should be shown, and 3.5 minutes, yellow card should be shown, and 4 minutes, red card should be shown. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad Shiraz. Please help me welcome our next speaker, Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy. Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy, be the change. Be the change. Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for such a nice warm introduction. And my dear Toastmasters from Desert Pioneers, it was always glad to meet you guys. In life, we all react to situations based on the circumstances in the time, based on the situations. And the way we react differs from person to person. It's not like it will be a common reaction. And we all know about this, but yet we do react. I guess that's how the life is designed. In life, I met some people who have this, I can say it's like a disease, I'm not sure. It's a chronicle complaining on literally everything. They'll be complaining on everything, irrespective of good or bad. I need to tell about my friend on this. I used to have one friend, and this particular day, he got a green signal twice in a row, and he started complaining the traffic department is not working good. How come they can give me 2 green signals on a single day? Something problem with that software. So people will be always complaining, and most of the people will be complaining, we need to change this, we need to change that, and yet no one ever took the initiative. Today I'm going to talk about my initiative and my change which I had done. It was back in 2015 when I got the idea of first time of beach cleaning. One day I was in the beach and I see all the pile of trash and people are happily moving without bothering. So when I discussed the same thing with many of my friends, none of them has supported the first point and everyone had a good laugh. And for some reason, still I'm not able to know, I didn't took the daring to took the initiative, and time moved on. And over 2020, once the corona has come, we are all in lockdown. And this particular day, I had seen an Instagram post in online about a beach cleaner. I was shocked for a second, something like this happening in Kuwait. And when I look into it, they started like a couple of weeks. I guess I felt corona might be a bad disease, but it created some social responsibility to people, I guess. Because I saw 3 groups of beach cleanups have all started during corona lockdown. So corona has brought down some good things, I guess. So I immediately joined the groups and I was participating in these meetups, beach cleanups. And over the time, very soon, we faced into second lockdown and all the cleanups have been cancelled overnight. And that was my like 5 weeks has done, and I was not in a point of stopping it. So I thought, let me do this on my own. So the first week, I went on my own with a colleague who was not even supportive. but I had to force him. By the next week, I had made a team of 5 members. And by the over of the 5th week, I had a team of 15 members. And none of the members are nowhere related to me directly. I met some members over the beach while I was cleaning, and different nationalities. My team members are from Canadian, American, Germany, Indian, Arabic, Kuwaitis. So it's not like something, when we took the initiative, that God rewards the people who always took the pause, who always took that one step ahead. So the next time you really want to do something, don't complain. You be the change. You took the initiative and be the change. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Wow. Thank you, Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy, for the very well motivated speech. Thank you so much. Now it's the time, 1 minute time for the feedback. Once again, I request all the members to give your feedback to Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy, either on the chat box below or via personal message. Timer, please note down 1 minute. Thank you, timer Toastmaster Kareem. Now, please help me welcome the next speaker. By the way, how many of you watched the movie The Persistent? Remember? No? Ah, okay. It's a bad joke in that case. The evaluator and the speaker who are coming next, they are like Clash of Titans on humorous speech. They are really awesome at their own style to deliver the humorous speeches. They are none other than the evaluator DTM Arij, who is going to evaluate Toastmaster Hanan Halush. DTM Arij, could you please explain the purpose of the speech of Toastmaster Hanan Halush?
Thank you so much, dear President, and this amazing introduction you are introducing me will not lead you to take fatta soon from me, but one day, inshallah. So everyone, let's hear the objectives that I am going to evaluate the Queen, Toastmaster Hanan Halush. Based on those objectives, she is embarking onto a project from the effective coaching pathway, level 4, project 1, and her time for the timer to note down, it's 5 to 7 minutes. So it's requested from her to develop and apply skills for coaching and for coaching a fellow member or a person outside of Toastmasters who can benefit from her expertise, and for her also to share some aspects of her experience in coaching. With that, her title is Live and Let Live. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day. Good luck.
Thank you, DTM Arish. Now, please help me welcome the next and the final speaker of today's meeting, Toastmaster Hanan Halush. Toastmaster Hanan Halush, live and let live. Live and let live. Toastmaster Hanan Halush, over to you.
Mama, please don't be nosy. Mama, please mind your own business. Mama, please live and let live. Toastmaster of the day, my fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Motherhood is an important event for any woman. It demands her to change lots of things in her. It demands her to face lots of challenges and to do some amendments in order for her to be a successful mother. But that doesn't mean for a mom to be nosy in her children, in her grown-up children affairs, or to interfere for everything that matters to them. When I say grown-up children, I mean married children with families in their 30s and in their 40s. Moms should let their children, grown-up children, behave in the way they want to behave, even if they behave differently than the way they understand. Grown-up children should do their own mistakes and learn from their mistakes. That's exactly what I tell my mom almost every day. I think till this moment, I almost told her this maybe thousands and thousands of times. You see, my father passed away 27 years ago, and my mom alone raised my younger siblings, 6 brothers and sisters. My brothers grew up, they got married, they had their own children. And did that stop my mom from worrying about them and interfering in their affairs? Absolutely not. She now worries about how they live, how they spend their money, how they raise their children. And when they tell her, please, mom, don't worry, she comes to me and tell me, Hanan, see, your brothers don't need me anymore. And that's how my coaching story started with my mom. I almost spend 1 hour every day coaching my mom to stop worrying, to stop interfering in her children's affairs, and to relax and to worry only about her health and her well-being. That people have different choices, and what you think is the best choice does not mean it is the best choice for them. Mom, live and let live. Let me tell you about this incident. Once I was coming back from work, and the moment I opened the door, my mom was extremely furious and she was tapping her leg. That moment, I knew that there is something is happening with one of my brothers. And she immediately said, Hanan, can you see what happened with your brother Khaled? What? What happened? I can't believe it. What, mom? Please, you are scaring me. Did he get the corona? Anything, children? No, it is even worse. He bought a new living room without telling me. What? Mom, you almost got me a heart attack. I know. It is his wife who told him not to tell me. Mom, please live and let live. Another time, another brother of mine, Ibrahim, wanted to go for a vacation to Malaysia. And believe me, the floor shook under the feet of the whole family. Why? Because my mom was against it. She didn't want him to waste his money in vacation. She wanted him to keep his money for his children's education. And she asked me to talk to my brother. But my brother insisted. He was so stressed at work and he wanted to just have some leisure time. Instead, I had to coach my mom that what you think is right does not mean that it is right for your children. That my brother is old enough to decide for himself that it's okay to spend money on stuff other than food or education, that it's okay to make mistakes and to learn from these mistakes. Mom, you need to allow my brothers to make their own choices, while you were allowed and still allowed to do your own mistakes and to do your own choices. You too don't want others to make choices for you. So why should you make choices for others? If you force my brothers to follow your choices, you will create a conflict because they will resist your choices. Don't we choose to be parents? We take this conscious decision to bring a tiny soul into our lives, to bring happiness to our life. But that doesn't mean that we need to control our children's life, to limit their choices, or to stop them from making their own mistakes. What? Mom, I was just telling them that you are my coach. My brother Hussam, what's wrong? You want to talk to me about my brother Hussam? Sure, Mom. Just wait until I finish my Toastmaster meeting. Live and let live, especially if you are a mother-in-law. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Excellent, Toastmaster Hanan. This is, my statement was, hence it is proved. My statement is right. You are having amazing skills to express your own stories in a humorous way, in a grand humorous way, actually. Well done. Thank you. Timer, please note down. It's 1 minute time for the feedback. Once again, I request all the members to give your feedback through the chat box below or personal message to Toastmaster Hanan.
One minute is done.
Thank you, timer, Toastmaster Kareem. So now we'll release the poll. We'll launch the poll for the best speaker.
Did all the speakers qualify?
Yes.
Timer, Toastmaster Kareem. All the speakers are qualified?
All of them are qualified.
Thank you, timer, Toastmaster Kareem. So here we go. The poll will end in another 10 seconds. Thank you. Thank you all. So now we are moving to the next segment, which is the evaluation segment. And this evaluation segment will be led by one of our vibrant Toastmasters and VP Education elect for the year 2021-2022, Toastmaster Suhan Abdul Munaf. Toastmaster Suhan, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Sairam. By the way, am I audible to you all?
Loud and clear.
All right, thank you so much. So, to begin with my session, so I'm going to have three sessions in my meeting. That is the speech evaluation session, the tag team session, where our counter and the grammarian will be giving the reports, as well as then at last will be my session. And I would like, and this session will be for 2 to 3 minutes, and I would like to ask my timer to give the timing rules, please. Toastmaster Karim.
So the evaluation time will be 2 to 3 minutes. So at 2, I will raise the green screen, and at 2.5, it will show the yellow screen, and at 3 exactly, I will show the red screen. Then there is 30 seconds to wrap up the evaluation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Just to correct you, at 2 you'll be showing green, at 2.5 we'll be showing yellow, and at 3 you'll be showing red, and 30 seconds is the grace period. So yeah, thank you so much. So now to begin with our prepared speech evaluation, I would like to call my first evaluator that is going to be evaluating Toastmaster Asil's speech, Toastmaster Alina Paul. Can you please
Thank you very
evaluate
much.
Toastmaster Asil?
Before I begin, is my audio okay? Okay, great. Thank you very
Yes, you're
much.
loud and clear.
Okay. Mama, Asil is coming over. Oh, that girl who is initiating, direct, analytical, and supportive? That's the one. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, Toastmaster Asil narrated to us about different communication styles that resonates with her. She started off her speech with a dialogue between her and her mom, and then quickly moved on to a scene where a child is absolutely comfortable speaking to her. This really got us thinking back to that one adult we like talking to as a child, or even being in Asil's shoes. Toastmaster Asil got the audience connected with these scenarios she explained throughout her speech. She then moved on to explain the importance of communication and styles she found suited to her personality. Now, she asked the audience to give a thumbs up. Job well done on interacting with the audience, Toastmaster Asil. She then ended her speech with a quick advice to watch out for the communication style, for your communication style inside and outside Toastmasters. Toastmaster Asil, I completely agree with you on your point that you are very good at organizing and having a well-structured speech from the start to the end. Now, being the supportive communicator that I am, let me help you improve this speech by giving out few suggestions. Point number 1, you have your own style of delivering speeches. What I've noticed sometimes is that you tend to speak too fast. Now, this happens to almost all of us. We get too involved in the speech and we forget. So here's a reminder from my side to take pauses. Now, this helps you become more assertive and put your point across in a better manner, or more precise manner. Now, point number 2 is you ask the audience to give a thumbs up if that communication style describes you. Instead, if you were to ask the audience to give a thumbs up if it describes them, it would add a twist and you get to have a better audience reaction. Now, to challenge yourself, point number 3, when you narrate a scene or a dialogue, you can try enacting that scene. For example, I sat next to the child, and so on. So to summarize, good points for audience connection, interesting technique for audience interaction, and very well organized speech. And to elevate yourself, you can take more pauses, add in a twist by asking the audience about themselves, and to challenge yourself, try enacting the scene that you describe. With that being said, I hope you've taken this time to understand my communication style. And back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alina. It was very well said. Now, moving on to my second speech evaluator to evaluate the speech of our guest speaker, Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy. And his speech evaluator is Toastmaster Shiraz. Over to you, Toastmaster Shiraz.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, and my target speaker. Complain, complain, complain. Always people complain. Who doesn't complain? No one. Everyone complains. If we don't want to do something, and we complain. And if we want to do something, then also we complain. This is life. With this life, you have achieved a good objective, worthy objective. Hats off to you. But what I liked you most, I would like to tell in advance. The best part in you, your hand gestures, which I liked most. You are talking about a social speech, and you are talking about talking to us, the audience. You want us to involve in this. Most of your time, your hands were like this. I like this best to show the unity. And when you're talking to us, you are showing like this and supporting you. So these reactions speaks louder. Yes, of course, words also makes an impact, but these reactions, it makes a big impact to us. The few of the facial impressions, you were talking about a friend that you forced to pull him, and you showed your eyes. It was wonderful. So these facial reactions, hand gestures, I would suggest that if you can make some stage movement as well. For that, you have to make your screen wider, because you were using a mobile and it was portrait. If you can make it wider, you can easily go to different places of the stage and show some stage movement as well. So this is hats off to you. Regarding your story, you told your personal story. Personal stories always touch the audience. In this personal story, you told your experience, but I would like to listen what you achieve. People always like to, if you go and sell it, they will ask what's the benefit for us. So by giving your experience and your objective, it is I would prefer if you can give the benefit, even though I understand that cleaning the environment will benefit us, but if you can mention in your speech, it would have been great. This is in your speech. What about your topic? In your topic, you chose a topic which is a general topic. In this period, it is very important to clean our environment, because environments is partial of our life. If the environment is not clean, we will be unhealthy, and if the environment is clean, we will be healthy. So the topic what you have chosen, it was excellent. In short, your story was very good, and I prefer if you can add the benefit of it. And gestures, I like your gestures. The screen setup, please make sure to adjust it, and your topic is great. Thank you, and all the best to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Riaz, for your wonderful evaluation. And now I'm waiting for that splendid moment that we all are waiting for. Yeah, Mama Arij gives your evaluation to your nosy daughter, Hanan Halush. Toastmaster Arij, over to you.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me check that the door is closed. Yes, it is. Mama is all inside. Well, let me tell you something. Today, Toastmaster Hanan, she touched the wand and she pressed so hard. My mama is the best. Anyway, our mom, it seems, is the best. Well, let me remind everyone, General Evaluator and fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, today Toastmaster Hanan, she was supposed to deliver like her objectives is to develop and apply skills for coaching a fellow member or a person outside of Toastmasters, and her person was her mom. So that's amazing. And to share some aspects of her experience in coaching. Toastmaster Hanan, today I'm going to give you an evaluation for to give you the strength points you have showed in your speech today, the points you can improve it, and in the end, some sugar in here and there. Okay, hopefully it will be sugary. So you started with a hook, like seriously, who is better than Toastmaster Hanan to give that hook that will immediately make everyone engaged with her speech? When she was calling Mama, I was immediately looking, where is she? So yeah, we felt that moment. We could hear her mom voice calling her. So that was great, amazing. Keep it up every time, okay? You had a different character when you were again speaking with your mom. She was telling you about your son, your brother. So you were perfectly doing it, changing between characters. We were able to visualize your mom and yourself at that moment. And you had a great message in the end. Live and let others live or live. I will reach now to the points to improve, because the title, I didn't know, like it's live and let live. Maybe, I'm not sure if I'm mistaken, but maybe if it was live and let others live, I would adjust it more. Maybe I am wrong, but this is like my own feedback. I felt that there is something regarding that topic or that title. I couldn't understand it. This is one of the points. Maybe you need to look at it later, or have something like unique. No one will be like, oh, what she is going to say next. Now, honestly speaking, Toastmaster Hanan, you were reading. Yes, I could see your eyes down. I can give you some tips how you can still read, but not make everyone and notice that. So I will tell you that tips, but between us, everyone who wants to know those tips, you can contact me later. And in the end, we didn't hear about your coaching skills or your coaching experience. So try to add more about that. Amazing speech. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I felt it. And you are an amazing speaker. Keep it up, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Arijit. You were a splendor for today's meeting. And Hanan as well. I really enjoyed listening to both of you. And to move on, we need to hear from grammarian and our counter. But before that, I would like to know, shall we vote for the speech evaluators?
Yes, General Evaluator Toastmaster Suhan.
Okay, before we vote them, I would like to know from the timer, did all the speech evaluators qualify?
All of them are qualified against the time.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kareem. So now we can vote for our best speech evaluator. I hope the polls are ready. Okay, the poll has come. So let's vote for the best evaluator. When time nears, please let me know. Okay, so done with voting or still more to go?
Still 3 persons to go, and Voting will end in 10 seconds. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sairam. So now I would like to call our grammarian, Toastmaster Huma. We would like to hear from you now. How was your experience? Over to you.
Thank you. So today it was a wonderful meeting with amazing prepared speech as well as evaluation. There were some very good words and quotes were used, which I have taken a note of. Analytical communication, direct communication, act and react, be the change. I like the one also from Hanan, coaching mom to live and let live, supporting communicator and elevate yourself. Actually, for the word of the day, it was not used by the team member, except TM Suhan. It was mentioned by him. So there was not the use of this word, and that's my report for today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Huma, for your wonderful grammarian report. And now I would like to hear from Toastmaster Gino James for his counter report. I hope we are saved. Toastmaster Gino? Toastmaster Gino, are you there with us?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Floor is yours.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Oh, well, it was a tough job for my role play at a counter because almost all of our speakers are highly talented. They are spreading words faster than Corona. They are infected everyone verbally, and I cannot find much more mistakes. And what a talent you guys have! My God. And I hardly found 13 sound from Toastmaster Huma and 4 from same Toastmaster Huma. Then others are very fine. Then I found 1 from Shiraz, Toastmaster Shiraz, and 2 from Toastmaster Shiraz, and 3 repeated word guesses from the same Shiraz. Otherwise, all are highly talented, and their performance was superb. I cannot find. You are playing with the words, and you are rocking with the words. That's all. Back to you, Toastmaster Sultan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Janu James, for your wonderful counter report. Now it's time for my report. So I'll just try to be crisp because it's we are waiting for another moment to happen. So just to say, we started on time, and the president welcomed the guests, everyone here, and also we started with the election and also with the induction. It really went well. Everything was smooth. Everything was done very well. So, I'm very happy with that. And then coming to the speeches, all were delivered well on time, and every speech had a great story with a great message. And also one of them was humorous, which I enjoyed a lot. And this is what, really brings us the feeling, that we are living in DPTM. This is what the feeling I always get. And overall, the speech evaluators reports were also really good. I mean, they had a lot of learning and observation in it, and it was really amazing. And I hope the speakers do take that very well. And it was a great learning for me as well, that I can apply in my future speeches as well. I would like to commend Toastmaster Huma and Toastmaster Karim for taking the role as timer and the grammarian for the first time. You all have done a good job, as well as Toastmaster Jenu James for taking the role as an account. I mean, three of you have done a very nice job, and I'm so proud of you all. And I hope you all can take up some other roles like this, and in order to challenge yourself and learn more. This is what I really, look for, because then when I came to this club, and the other members really pushed me to, to take this up, do this role well, and I really did it. So I hope the other members, the new members who come to our club, will really learn and perform well, just the way I did, with our support and all. And so that's all I just want to say. And I really had a good time, and you're almost on time, and it's really so happy about it. So now I would like to give the stage back to our dynamic Toastmaster, as well as the Toastmaster of the day, who is playing all the roles today, Toastmaster Sairam Santosh.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Suhan, for the wonderful and constructive feedback. And I thank each and every role player of today's meeting. As I said in the beginning of the meeting, without these role player support, we couldn't have, it wouldn't be possible to conduct the meeting in a proper way. And I thank personally the timer, accounter, grammarian, and general evaluator. Thank you so much for your great support. And a special thanks to the election committee chair, area director, and immediate past club president, Toastmaster Amrut, for conducting such a magnificent election event. Thank you so much. And I request I congratulate the new ExCom officers elect once again. Now it's the time to launch the poll for the best role player. Are we ready? Yes. So here we go. Okay, the poll will end in 5 seconds. Thank you. Yes, we have successfully, I don't want to say this, but as I said, I feel very proud to be a part of this great team this year, and to thanks to each and everyone for giving me a chance to serve you as president for this term. So with that, we are going to launch the winners of today's meeting. Best evaluator. Actually, you can unmute yourself, all of you.
Yay! Congratulations!
Yes. Congratulations!
Hey, Elena!
Elena. Our next award goes to
Thank you.
Sairam is on a roll. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Hanan.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Hanan.
Thank you.
So let me share another screen now.
Yes, we saw it.
Yeah. We know who is it.
Here we go.
Oh.
No. Wow.
Once again, congratulations. By the way, my dear and respected XCOM elect for the year 2021 and 2022. What's next?
Oh my God.
With that, we adjourn the meeting and wish you all the best. Can we take a snap?
The best role player. Where's the best role player? خلاص.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations, Sairam.
Congratulations.
For the first time, at least end of the year. Okay, I request all the members, please turn on your cameras and unmute yourself. Oh.
So what is the pause now? What's next?
Yes, what's next?
What's next, or like this, or what Suhan is
Yes,
suggesting?
first of all, we'll take the snapshot. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, what's the
What?
pose?
What's the pose?
Suppose or like this.
Okay.
No, what's
This
next?
is, yeah, this, yeah. That way, all right.
And who's taking the picture?
Wait, let me.
Same,
hang on
same
a
expression.
second. Okay, smile, everyone. Okay, خلاص.
Sairam.
Okay, so we are going to have an installation program for the new XCOM officers elect by end of this month, and we'll let you know the exact date. This is number one. And number two, if all goes good in Kuwait, we are planning to have a awards night, which will be on 2nd of July. We will meet all together for a lunch outside in any restaurant. As I said, we are waiting for we are waiting for the final decisions to be taken by the government, whether is there any restrictions to enter any restaurant or not. So if all goes good and if all are free to go, then we'll done it on 2nd of July, and we will distribute all the awards of our members who won it during this contest. Okay, number one. And number two, since it is the end of the year, we will celebrate together. There must be a reason to celebrate.
It is already announced. It's only vaccinated people who can enter restaurants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Already announced.
Can you make sure that everyone is vaccinated?
This will start from next Sunday.
Does being affected cured count?
Huh?
No.
Those who are covered, do they count?
After 27th, no one is allowed.
Yes.
From 27, no one is
what do you call?
allowed
There
to
is a what?
vaccinate.
There is a site that called Mana'ati. If you have been infected before, it will say that you are you are immune. So
I have it on my phone. It's right here.
So just register yourself and get this immunity. There will be allow you to enter the malls.
My mom did it for me.
Yeah. When
After
did you?
27, only.
I'll tell you on WhatsApp, Hanan.
Halas, okay.
Okay.
Sairam, did you take
There's
your
something
vaccine?
like that. Can we fix any other location to meet?
Yeah, we have to decide something else.
Sairam,
So can
did you
you
take
drop
your
out your
vaccination?
ideas and plans so that accordingly
Arish is asking you something, Sairam.
one plan.
He's ignoring, right?
No, he's not listening to you.
Did you take your vaccination?
No.
No.
Sairam
Okay.
took his
So,
vaccination for polio.
see, I will tell you something. Sairam, later on, only vaccinated people will be members of Toastmasters.
Yes.
then half of the people will.
Yeah. Then only Arish has to go with Arish Toastmasters Club.
No, actually, the non-vaccinated people, I like that, non-vaccinated people will be member, but to serve the vaccinated members.
In that case, Toastmaster Huma will be having a very big, tough job than president or any other role now for the next year.
I didn't get my vaccination.